Oh, hi there. Do you know what FEMA is? FEMA is a federal emergency management agency that prepares for all disasters such as man-made or natural, such as shootings, bombings, basically anything that could ruin the system. They have the agency that comes, and you guys basically have to follow martial law, which is where you basically have no say over your rights, and you just have to listen to the army or whoever's in charge. Part of FEMA is planning to imprison U.S. citizens in concentration camps following the imposition of martial law after a major disaster. Martial law is the imposition of direct military control of normal civilization functions of government, especially in response to an emergency like a disaster. Will be executed as a new world order, and that will be established.
Did I hear you talking about FEMA camps? Theory about FEMA camps has existed since the late 70s when FEMA was established, but growth in population due to intimate and social media influence. Debates over whether citizens will be killed or only imprisoned, also whether this is a form of population control. Believed to be two lists. Those on the blue list will be quarantined and re-educated. Those on the red list will be executed. Of these FEMA camps is Rex 84, readiness exercise of 1984. An undisclosed number of concentration camps were set in operation through the U.S. for internment of descendants and others potentially harmful to the state. If martial law is declared, FEMA will operate those camps. This is believed to be the government's principal vehicle for martial law.
Why does everybody keep talking about FEMA?
Let's get our insider for more information.
If the government wanted to hide something from us in a place where no one would think to look, they'd hide it in plain sight. So where else other than Walmart? So what led people to believe that Walmart was where these FEMA camps would be, or that it was just connected with the FEMA camp conspiracy, was that in April 2015, 5 different Walmarts in 4 states shut down for 6 months. Employees were only given a 5-hour notice, and this was all due to plumbing issues. Although it doesn't make sense, is why would a building shut down for 6 whole months because of plumbing? And why would they shut down the whole building rather than just like blocking off the bathrooms and telling customers to not go in the bathrooms? So in these states where the Walmarts had shut down, people started noticing military action. So in Texas, people said that they had seen 14 helicopters fly over and military tanks driving around. And people heard large booming coming from underground near the Walmarts, which led people to believe that this was connected with underground tunnels, which in America, there's like a series of underground tunnels, and the location of these tunnels match up with the location of the Walmarts. So people believe that the military has been getting in and out of the Walmarts through the tunnels. A quote from a cop who was working at one of the Walmarts was, "They are actually gutting it. Man, they're gutting the whole thing." Which, why would they gut the entire building because of plumbing? Why would they have to shut down an entire building just because of plumbing problems? In Pico Rivera, California, the pharmacy was left open so people could like still go to the pharmacy and get their medicine and whatnot. So a woman filmed her experience while she was getting her prescription. And she said that there were police cars at every point of entrance. All the windows were covered in black tarp or plastic. And a policewoman had to escort them, which also, again, doesn't make sense, because why would a policewoman have to escort them while she's just picking up her medication if they're not hiding something else in there? If they don't want them to see something else or wander off and like look at what they're doing, you know? Why would a policewoman have to like monitor them while they're there just picking up medicine? And once they noticed that the woman had been filming the whole thing, they told her to like shut it down, and they like immediately told her to turn off her camera. People also believe that this is such a reach, like, oh, the government can't do this, but in World War II, there were Japanese internment camps. So this is something that our government has done before. It's not a completely like out of this world thought to think that they would be capable of doing this again just for another reason. And this goes along with like the Illuminati. People think that the Illuminati has a big part in this, and that this is like a purge to begin the New World Order. A few reasons why people would be against this is just because some of the evidence for it has been a little like that. So like an example of that would be people thought that the Department of Homeland Security accidentally leaked photos of a confirmed concentration camp in on American soil, but these photos were confirmed to be from North Korea. People just thought that they were on American soil. And another thing is, in Georgia, 500,000 plastic airtight coffins in the middle of Atlanta. People had seen these coffins, and they were saying like, oh, the government is clearly planning to wipe out 500,000 Americans relatively soon. Like, why else would they need all these coffins? But these were actually burial vaults, which prevent the collapse of cemetery ground. It protects the casket, and it's a common requirement when like during burials and stuff. So there's a lot of like fake evidence, but it's really just people not looking into the evidence that they find enough and kind of just like looking at something and immediately like forming their own thoughts. But although there has been like wrong evidence, it doesn't explain everything else, like the booming and all the military action that had been seen, and again the Walmart's closing down for so long and employees not having any clue of what's going on. So you can't really disregard the entire theory just because some people were getting a few facts wrong or like being confused. So next time you go to your local Walmarts,
bloopers. Oh, hi there. Is it raining? Sorry, you need to just wait.
So, I'm gonna have to delete this.
Why do we keep talking about FEMA? Why does everyone keep talking about FEMA? Fuck you.
What?
That was your cue.
Let's talk to our insider.
Oh my god, yes.